What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and today we are doing one of our one-off connected franchise modes that was inspired by a top community post on Reddit. Now, I'm just starting to use Reddit a little bit more now. This was the first reply I've ever had that got downvotes. It got negative karma, I think. I don't know what the lingo is that I've ever made, and it was around football, and I was like, usually people agree with my opinion. And as you can tell from the title, it was, who are going to be the best players at their position in 5 years' time? And I was kind of irked by these lists, because everyone was just going with rookies. So it was like, oh, it's going to be these rookies or these first-year players. And no one was accounting guys that were, like, in their prime, coming to the end of their prime, that still play at a high level. We still see that countless times today. So I mixed in these things, and I got, like, 2 downvotes, guys, and it hurt my ego drastically. So what I'm going to do here is show you the team that I had. They're not all you can already see by some of these guys, they're not peak players that I'm particularly a fan of, but I had to, try to put on my neutral hat and come up with the best team 5 years down the road. So, we're going to start at the quarterback spot. It's clearly going to be Carson Wentz. All bias aside, he is the best young quarterback in football. There's some good ones around him. Jared Goff's not too bad. Deshaun Watson. You got the rookie class from this year. You got Justin Herbert next year. I actually had Herbert as my backup quarterback. But I think right now what we've seen with Carson Wentz, he's just too damn good. He is just too damn good. He has a good scheme, good players around him. He's going to be the best player. He's going to continue to develop at a higher level than these other quarterbacks that don't have the same type of weapons. Weapons help develop players. Going to the running back spot, we have Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley is still very much going to be in the mix. Now, 5 years from now, he'll be 28, 29, nearing the end of his prime, but still in his prime. I would still take Todd Gurley. It was tough. There's no Kareem Hunt. There's no Alvin Kamara. There's no Leonard Fournette. I would still take Todd Gurley over those guys when he's 29 than those guys. But there's only, like, what, a 1 to 2 year age difference anyways. So give me Todd Gurley. He was a guy that wasn't showing up on many people's lists. I had to put in Saquon Barkley, even though I don't think he's going to do much beyond the Giants' offensive line earlier in his career. But the Giants clearly, with Gettleman, are going to build up that offensive line. And 2-3 years down the road, Saquon is going to be going off. Talent will prevail here. And unlike the quarterback, I think a good running back, still more often than not, we'll be able to overcome and rise above, because they'll just find a way to get Saquon Barkley into open space. Okay, fullback. We just have Ranchod here. Young fullback for the Ravens, converted defensive lineman. Wide receivers. It pays me to put Odell, but I still think Odell, come 29 years old, 30, he's still going to be at the tops of the league. I feel like, once the ABs and Julio Jones retire, he's going to be the last of this era, the era that could be defined as the greatest wide receiver era ever. That draft that had him, Mike Evans, all those dudes come out. I just can't list them all off the top of my head. But like you barely say, the rookies that have been coming in the league these last 5-6 years might have been the strongest wide receivers we have seen. I think Odell still will be playing at a very high level, and it pays me to put him there. That's how you know this list is unbiased. Even though you saw Carson Wentz, if I'm putting Odell on my list, I'm trying to be realistic. I'm going Mike Thomas here as well from the New Orleans Saints. I think he's an absolute baller. I think he's going to be one of the next premier guys. Cooper Kupp, he's just actually on here because I used the Rams as the base because I wanted to play with their color rush jerseys, but he's going to be a really good slot wide receiver. Well, my big three is Odell, Michael Thomas, and I'm throwing out Corey Davis here from the Tennessee Titans. Now, Titans offense is a run-first offense, but I think in terms of talent, man, Corey Davis has all the tools, all the tangibles to put together. And, he's one of my outshine shots because he did not have the best rookie season. Not a lot of people are considering him, but if I look at his tape at Western Michigan, and you've seen some flashes of it last year as a rookie with Tennessee, I think when he can put it all together, he is going to be a monster on the outside. For the tight ends, we went Hunter Henry for the Chargers. He's well-rounded. They don't teach tight ends how to block anymore, and he is one of the better blocking tight ends, plus being a fringe elite receiver. He's only going to get better. And then I also threw in O.J. Howard here. I think his development might stunt a little bit earlier on because of the 2 tight end sets they have with Cam Brate competing for snaps there, but the talent is there for O.J. Howard to take over. Offensive line, we have David Bakhtiari, who'll be 30, still in his prime. Left guard, Quentin Nelson. Clearly, he's going to be a monster. Center, Brandon Linder from the Jags. He's only 25. He'll be 30 in his prime. Right guard, Zach Martin, again, 30-31, still in his prime. And then right tackle, it was between Lane Johnson and Ryan Ramczyk. I still just feel like Lane Johnson he's such a good athlete that by the time he's 31, it's going to be dwindling a little bit. But at that point, though, the technical aspect of things would have been so refined that he's going to be just still an absolute animal. But shout out to Ryan Ramczyk for just being short. This was like the biggest decision, actually. Him and another one on defense. Left defensive end, Joey Bosa, already one of the best edge rushers in football. He's 22, going to be 23. He's unstoppable. Right defensive end, Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett showed flashes there for the Browns. He's one of the best defensive players I've seen come out of college. D-tackle, we're going with Aaron Donald and Grady Jarrett. Now, I think Aaron Donald still will be there at 31, but, you might need to put my boy Ed Oliver in here from Houston, but he's not drafted yet. So I'm just showing some love here to Grady Jarrett of the Atlanta Falcons. He's really nice. Left side linebacker, we're going Khalil Mack. He'll be 31. He'll still be very, very good. Maybe be moved to a defensive end by this point, but for the sake of the roster, he's still an outside linebacker from the Raiders. Inside linebacker, I'm going Tre'Quan Smith. There's a bunch of options here we could have went with. We could have went with maybe a Deion Jones. We could have went with Tremaine Edmonds. But I think Tre'Quan Smith has the ability, and I'm going with the guy with the highest floor. I think a guy like Trey Edmonds might not ever be able to put it together. I think a guy like Deion Jones, maybe right now is what we're seeing is the best he'll go. I'm going with a guy that might have that higher ceiling, the lower floor of not being great 5 years down the road. So I think Tre'Quan Smith will be my pick. At right side linebacker, I'm going TJ Watt. Now, I had Jadeveon Clowney. He's only 24. He'd be 29 in 5 years. Couple other outside linebackers that are pretty nice. But I'm going TJ Watt with that Watt genetics. What I saw from him as a rookie with Pittsburgh, I think I'm going with TJ Watt here. Good, just pretty much well-rounded. Can drop back into coverage, can rush the passer, is a solid tackler, great athlete. Secondary was really, really easy. Jalen Ramsey, Tre'Davious White, Marshawn Lattimore. You're going to find probably no debate for that. Free safety, we're going Kevin Byard. Now, it is a gamble because maybe this 8-pick interception all-pro season was an outlier. And in reality, I think a guy like Jalen Ramsey might, as he gets older, make the transition to safety, kind of similar to Malcolm Jenkins. But for the sake, I'm gonna gamble on it. Byard's season is not just an anomaly, and he's young enough. He's still, big-time playmaker. Strong safety, we're going Keanu Neal. He's gonna be the next, Cam Chancellor, most feared hitter. Not as much of a cover guy, say like a Landon Collins. But he's still really, really good. Jake Elliott from the Eagles, the kicker. Come on, easy. And punter's still going to be Johnny Hekker. Even though, just because we don't have Michael Dixon, the Texas rookie, I think got drafted by the Seahawks, he probably would be my pick. But if not, Hekker still is pretty good. And punters don't, they're like a fine wine. They age well. So that was a pretty long introduction, but I wanted to show you guys and kind of defend my options here and my selections for the best team 5 years down the road. Let me know what your team, if you disagree with any of these players, in the comment section below, because it is a highly debatable topic. Now, let's go through the sim and prove that this team can do it all. All right, here we go, opening drive. We're just drilling it down the field here. 1st and 10 on the 15. Oh, it's just too easy. Oh, it's just too easy. Oh, he fumbles it, but a great heads-up play because our team is filled of the youthful players. Players that haven't been, CTD'd to death, so they can make heads-up play like that. So, we're going to Michael Thomas in motion. We're going to try to find Hunter Henry here on the back of the end zone. Or X. Hey, Odell. Oh, that's gross. That's a gross combination. But we'll take the touchdown. Oh, my God, Odell. Oh, my God. And he fumbles it again. What is going on? He's in love with the coca. Oh, come on, Todd. Take it to the house, Todd. Let's get it. Tie this ball game up 7. Our defense is coming just terrible, but tying it up 17, 45 yards. He does a Alex Collins jig. We good. All right, 3rd and 13. We are not playing particularly well. I'll tell you that. Well, let's go Hunter Henry right there, baby. Boom! And he gets in for the go-ahead score. We can make do because we have superstars. This is the best team 5 years down the road. Don't worry about it. Corey Davis. Hey, here we go. Game over. And there you go. Team of the future that's actually loaded with stars right now. Beat the Colts in a competitive game. 31-17. Carson Wentz 350. 3 TDs on the day. Todd Gurley. We only touched it 3 times because we tried to show the aerial display. For 58 yards, had that long touchdown run. But looks pretty good. So we're just going to sim to the end of the year. I'm just going to sim the playoffs. This wasn't really supposed to be a in-depth franchise mode. It was more so me defending my picks for the top 5 players. So let's go win the Super Bowl like we expect we should and get it done. Get in there! All right, so at the end of the season, clearly we got the first round bye because this team is outstanding. 14-2. Let's see who are the sly dogs that were able to pull one over our eyes here and get the victory. I'm going to guess would have been the Eagles because the Eagles are incredibly difficult to beat. And, we lost to the Cowboys. And the Eagles, look at that. So, look at the regular season stats for our team here. Carson Wentz on the season, nothing too gaudy here. 3,700 yards, 22 TDs, 9 picks. Todd Gurley, oof. That running back attack, 1,700 yards, 21 touchdowns for Todd Gurley, 900 rushing yards, 17 TDs from Saquon. We got 6 touchdowns from Carson Wentz. That is a prolific running attack. 88 catches, 1,200 yards, 10 TDs for Odell. Michael Thomas, not so hot. 195, almost 605. Corey Davis, 605. We'll round up. Generous roundup there. I think that's the side of the ball. 98 tackles for Tre'Quan Smith, 4.5 sacks, 2 picks. We got 19.5 sacks, Joey Bosa, 11.5 Myles Garrett, 11.5 Aaron Donald. And in the secondary, 3 picks, Jalen Ramsey, 2 for Roquan, 2 for Keanu Neal, 2 from Kevin Byard. Not gonna lie, interceptions not as high as I would have expected. MVP, did it go to Todd Gurley? What? What? Gurley coming in at 4? Grow up. Grow up. Alright, let's get into these playoffs and let's win this Super Bowl. Well, it's a good thing that I said this is a team 5 years down the road because we get defeated. We're the Dallas Cowboys. We lost, we had the bye, and then we lost in our first game, 31-27 to the Green Bay Packers. Carson Wentz, not his fault, 300 yards of TD. Aaron Rodgers had a nice day. Running the ball, Todd Gurley, 81 yards, 2 touchdowns. Does look like our, look at that. We had the yards and stuff. It just, our defense fell flat. Our defense did not play particularly strong down the stretch in the season. 15 tackles here from Tre'Quan Smith. But, it is what it is. But that's what I said. Again, reiterating the point. Best team 5 years down the road. So, yeah, fellas, this is my prediction for that. Now they're going to wrap it up. What are, as I said earlier in the video, your guys' predictions for who are going to be the best players? What is your whatever it would be, I don't know the exact number, 22. You're all 22 of guys 5 years down the road. Do you agree with some of the players I have? Do you disagree? Do you have most of the same players I have? Let me know. But that does it for today's different. It's more of a a venting period / connected franchise mode. If you have any ideas for one-off connected franchise mode, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'm always listening. If it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. If you're one of those trolls from Reddit that downvoted me, suck a dick, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.